Hey, what's going on, my Dragon Ball? It's your boy Lord Fears the Cat. I'm back at you once again with my next video, my next discussion video, and what I will be doing today is reviewing episode 10 of Dragon Ball Super. Okay, Dragon Ball Super was basically the beginning of the fight with Super Saiyan God Goku and Lord Beerus. Um, it moved pretty slow, kind of like the original Funimation dub of Dragon Ball Z and the Ocean's dub moved at a pretty slow pace with the long stare downs and the filler talks and stuff in between the action, and I like that. Okay, but for those of you who are like me and hate to wait, they should go ahead and just release the whole DVD box set of every episode of Dragon Ball Super, the first 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, because I'm guessing there will be another 100 episodes. I heard a rumor, back a few months ago that said there might be a second 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, and I'm hoping that does happen. But let me just get right into it again. The episode 10 was about the fight between Goku and Lord Beerus, the Super Saiyan God, and the action was nice. All right, and when something was said during the fight that leads me to believe that it's gonna be more action, and like a couple of other people mentioned, it looks like they might be cutting out, some scenes that we saw in Battle of Gods, and that's fine, and it's gonna take it to a different chapter because in the movie we did not see um, Champa, right, and we haven't seen Champa as of yet in Dragon Ball Super, but apparently he is somewhere, in space watching, so he's close by. We don't know it yet. We haven't seen him yet, but he is somewhere close by. And I'm wondering if they'll show him next episode, in episode 11, or if they'll show him in episode 12 at the end of the fight, or if he'll be in episode 13. We're not sure exactly when Champa might show up. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, and for the record, for all of my GT fans. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but Bulma, when she went and got in her spaceship, it looks exactly like the big spaceship that they used to go from planet Earth to planet Tuffle. It was just a little bit smaller, but it rose up, from a platform just like it did in Dragon Ball GT. For those of you who saw the episode and who watched Dragon Ball GT, you see that it did raise up just like the big spaceship that they used to go from planet Earth to planet Tuffle. All right, and I've been saying this. I'm pretty much the only one who has said this so far that Battle of Gods is Dragon Ball GT. It is the episode. These episodes that they're showing in Dragon Ball Super, it's the same as the whole freaking series Dragon Ball GT, except for it's being told from Pan's point of view, from her mother's stomach, from her mother's womb. Pan is telling the story of Dragon Ball GT. I'm the first one to say it. I'm the only one to say it. And watch what I tell you. There's going to be a Super GT, and it's going to be told from somebody else's point of view. And Goku is not going to be the main character like he was. Also, if you notice that in GT, it basically shows how Pan helped her grandfather become a Super Saiyan 4 in the same manner that she did, in Dragon Ball Super and helping Goku become a Super Saiyan God. That is the theory. That is my thesis for why Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods and Dragon Ball GT is the same thing. It's just being told from Pan's point of view. She was there from beginning to ending, and all she did, at the end of the series, she said, she was telling the story of how she helped her grandpa save the Earth and save the universe and become one of the strongest fighters in the universe. And basically, she was there from the beginning to the ending. That's why I believe Dragon Ball GT is Pan's story. It's her series, her own series. And she came along at the end of Dragon Ball Z. She was only in the last few episodes where they showed her training for the martial arts tournament. And we saw her fight one time, and that was it. That was all we saw of Pan. And we saw it once in Revival of in Resurrection F. Those were the only times we saw Pan in Dragon Ball Z. So Dragon Ball GT is letting Pan tell her story, and it went over. It skipped from the age that we're at now to 100 years, and she's 100 years older. And that's kind of crazy, but that's why GT is Pan's story. All right, so back to episode 10. Um, Goku, he said something in the show that leads me to believe, and I've been the only one saying this as well, that Super Saiyan 4 is the true form of the Super Saiyan God. The Super Saiyan God and the Super Saiyan 4 are one and the same. The difference between the Super Saiyan God that we see now and the Super Saiyan 4, and the reason why Goku is not a Super Saiyan 4 in this Super Saiyan God form, is because he does not have a tail. Okay, and I know you've seen those other pictures or whatever of other gods from other universes. I know you see that one character that looks like a Saiyan. He looks like a fully evolved Saiyan, a Super Saiyan 4. It's possible that he is the original Super Saiyan God, who was then who after the Super Saiyan God transformation wore off, which is the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, he turned back into the Golden Uzuru, as shown by Vegeta in his flashback to the first ever Super Saiyan in 1,000 years, and he destroyed Planet Seiya, which, and from my research that I've done, it says that after the Super Saiyan in Golden 8 form destroyed Planet Seiya, it was said that he was floating around in space somewhere, and it's possible that he could have landed in another universe, Universe 6 to be exact. It's more than likely he landed in Universe 6 somewhere, and he's been there the whole time. And since he got a taste of the Super Saiyan God form, which is Super Saiyan 4, he then began training, and he reached that level of Super Saiyan 4 on his own, exactly like Goku did. He transformed back into a Super Saiyan, or back into the Golden 8, and he got control of his mental state, his consciousness, and he transformed into a Super Saiyan 4, and that's been the form he's been in, every 4,000 years maybe. He's been in Universe 6 in Super Saiyan 4 for the longest, or he might just even be in his natural state. But it might be my understanding that once he learned how to become a Super Saiyan 4 on his own, that's the form that he stayed in for good, you know. But back to the fight. Goku, he said it doesn't feel like his body. At the beginning of the fight, he came at Beerus, and Beerus quickly dodged it, and he couldn't slow down. And he said something to the lines of, it doesn't even feel like my body. So basically, it's not his body. It's basically the key of a Super Saiyan 4, but it's not the Super Saiyan 4's body. And that's my theory. All right, and they go on, and Goku, they exchange blows and stuff, and he's getting used to the form. He got used to the form pretty quickly, and he got his payback on Lord Beerus for what he did to him on North Kai's planet. He thumped him in the head, and he karate chopped him in the back. Beerus used his tail, smacked him off a bit, and he said, "We're even." And he also said, someone who's as strong as the god of destruction doesn't exist. So basically, he's telling Goku, if you're as strong as I am, then basically I'm gonna kill you. Because nobody gets to be as strong as me. But the episode ended with them facing off, getting ready to start the real battle. Now that they're even, they're about to get ready to jump off the real fight. So it's about to get real. It's about to get more intense. A lot of blows are going to be displayed. A lot of blows are going to be exchanged, and it's just going to be an all-out battle. Now, that was the end of the episode, and they showed in the preview that the fight did get more intense, and it is getting more intense. All right, so My next question is, where's Champa? Is Champa watching? Where is he watching from? And how is it that, he can't be sensed or nobody has noticed him? Why is it that Whis hasn't noticed him, or, you know, or Beerus for that matter? I know Beerus is preoccupied with the fight with Goku, so he probably won't be able to sense Champa, but Whis is not. Whis is eating, and from my opinion is, if he's eating, then he's not really concentrating much, so he should be able to sense Champa if he's there and watching. And the question still I have is, who is Champa? Who is he? Is he Beerus's little brother? Is he a version of Beerus before? Before he got old, maybe a younger version of Beerus. I don't know. And somebody else mentioned, that maybe Champa is Beerus's brother. I believe it was Fabulous HD. He asked the question, "Who is Beerus?" Or maybe Goku 123. Uh, or Goku T123 or something like that. He mentioned that maybe Trump is Beerus' little brother, and is he stronger than Beerus? And my opinion of that is no, Trump is not stronger than Beerus. Because if he was, then he wouldn't be sneaking around. It's kind of like a little brother going into the big brother's room. Chomp is from Universe 6, so why is he in Universe 7? That's a forbidden action. And he knows Beerus might kick his ass if he catches him in his room, in his universe. He knows Beerus might fuck around and kick his ass. I mean, that's my opinion on that. So this is the end of my video, guys. So like, comment, subscribe, join the conversation, tell me in your comments, and share my video, and just let me know what you think about this next episode, going into episode 11 and 12 and 13, into the Battle of the Gods series, and further in the Dragon Ball Super series. All right, and one more thing, yeah, like I said, I think they should go ahead and make the whole complete series 100 episodes, the whole first season, or whatever, first 2 or 3 seasons, however many seasons episode these first 100 episodes is going to be. If it's going to be 2 seasons or 3 seasons, 4 seasons, whatever, they need to go ahead and make these DVD box sets, and get shipping them out, man, because I hate to wait. So me waiting on this next episode to come for a whole another week is going to be it's going to be a tedious process, but you know it's going to get done. We'll see it eventually. And I see them in the raw format, and then I watch it in the subtitles format. So I'm just waiting to get it so I can see it in subtitles in English, HD, all that shit, man. But all right, Dragon Ballers, I'm out. I'll catch you next time. Check out my next video.